now. So when you make the objects OWD as private, then the user who is creating the record, that person will be the owner of the record, and as the owner, he will be having the full control on the record. He can perform whatever the operations he wants on that record. And along with that owner, his manager is also having the full control on the record. And the remaining people inside this organization, the remaining users, like as the siblings and the subordinates, will not be having the access on the record. So now in this kind of scenario, how can we make the record to be get visible to the other people? If the record is already visible to everybody, then no need to share the record. No need to make the record to be get visible. If the record is not visible to the other people, then how can we make the record to be get visible to the user based on the need? So now here we are going to be introducing the feature called as sharing settings. For that we are using sharing settings. Nothing but sharing will be came into the picture when if the record is not visible. If the record is visible, then there is no concept of sharing. Everybody can able to access that. But sharing will be came into the picture whenever if you want to make your record to be get visible to the other people. Nothing but we are going to be granting the record level access to the other people inside my organization. Now, so now when coming to the OWD, whenever you are going to be making that objects OWD as private, then only the owner and his manager will be having the access on the record, and other people will not be having the access on the record. So at that time, how can we make the record to be get visible to the other people? So for that, Salesforce is providing a feature called as sharing settings. Sharing settings. By using this sharing settings, we can able to make the record to be get visible to one or more users inside the organization. Whenever you are going to be making the record to be get visible, then we can specify the level of access also. Nothing but what level of access that you want to grant on that record to those users. Like whether do you want to grant the read-only access or the read-write access here. So now whenever you are going to be sharing the record to the users, we are having two types of sharings are available here. When coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is providing the various two types of sharings available. So now assume that I'm having an object here. So this is my object, which is some account object right now. So this is account object. So now this object's OWD, we are making it as private. So now I'm making that object's OWD as private right now. I'm making this object's OWD as private. So now whenever you are going to be making that object's OWD as private, then in this case, only the owner and his manager will be having the access on the record. Other people inside the organization will not be having the access on the record here. So now as soon as whenever you are going to be making that object's OWD as private, then Salesforce is going to be enabling the sharing button on every records detail page inside this object. Because OWD can be applicable on object level, not on the record level, not on the user level. This is irrespective of the record, it is irrespective of the user. So that here, when coming to the OWD, whenever you are making it as private, then Salesforce is going to be enabling a feature called as sharing settings to you. It is providing a feature called as sharing settings. So by using this sharing settings, we can able to share the record to one or more users. We can share the records to one or more users here. So now here we are having sharing settings. So we are having that sharing settings. By using that sharing settings, we can able to make the record to be get visible to the other people as well. So inside that sharing settings, we are having two ways are available here. One is the manual sharing. Second one is the automated sharing. Okay, one is the manual sharing. Second one is the automated sharing here. What exactly the manual sharing? What exactly the automated sharing? Now let's see here. So now here we are having that manual sharing, and the second one is the automated sharing. So now we are having that manual sharing and the automated sharing. And the second one is automated sharing. So now why they have introduced two features over here, manual sharing and automated sharing. Now how can we share the record manually? In order to share the record manually, okay, now here I'm clubbing these two into a single component. Now in order to share that record, we are using that manual sharing and the automated sharing. Now, so now when coming to the sharing, how can we implement right now here? Whenever you are going to be sharing the record through manual, nothing but manually, we have to share each and every record separately. Okay, each and every record separately here. So now, how can we share this record manually over here? In order to share the record manually, we have to use a feature called as sharing button. We have to use a feature called as sharing button. Sharing button. So by using that sharing button, we can able to share the record to one or more number of users. By using that sharing button, we can able to share the record to one or more users. So now here, observe this one. Whenever you are going to be sharing the record, okay, whenever you are going to be sharing the record through manually, okay, whenever you are sharing the record through manually, in this case, what will happen over here? Now let's see. So now by using that manual sharing, we can able to share the record to one or more number of users by using that sharing button. When the sharing button will be enabled, whenever you are going to be making the objects portability is equals to private, then only Salesforce is going to be enabling that sharing button on that associated objects records detail page inside that. So now by using this sharing button, we can able to share the record manually to one or more users. So now by using this sharing button, I would like to share the record. To whom we can share the record here? So now we can able to share the record to one or more users as well. So now we can share the records to one or more users. One or more users. So now this one or more users means this is nothing but a public group. This is nothing but a public group. So now by using this sharing, we can able to share the record to one or more number of users. Nothing but we can share the records to a single user, or we can able to share the records to a collection of users also at a time. That flexibility will be available to you over here. So now by using that sharing button, we can able to share the records to one or more number of users. So now in this case, what happened here? We have to open each and every record separately. Okay, we have to open each and every record separately, and then we need to click on sharing button, and we have to add the users to whom you want to make this record to be get visible. So now whenever you are going to be making the records to be get visible to those users, then we can able to specify the access level also here. We can able to specify that access level. So now based on that access level, we can able to grant the access on that record here. Whenever you are going to be granting the access on that record to the other people, we can specify what level of access that you want to grant. Whenever you are granting the access on that particular record, we are going to be having the two options are available. One is read-only access. Second one is the read-write access. These are the two accesses will be available to you over here. Okay, these are the two accesses are available when coming to that Salesforce. Whenever you are going to be granting the visibility on the records to the user, we can able to specify either read-only access or the read-write access over here. So now observe this one. When coming to the object sortability, this is a whole life cycle of this one. Whenever you are making the object sortability as private, then Salesforce is going to be enabling the sharing button on that every records detail page inside this object. So that why? Because is these records are visible to only to the owner of the record and then his manager as well. Other people inside the organization will not be able to access that record. For that, Salesforce is providing the sharing settings to you. In order to share the record, we are going to be using that sharing button. Now we can able to share the record manually also, which is called as manual sharing. Then how can we share the record manually? We have to go to each and every record inside that object, click on that sharing button, and then add the users to whom you want to make it visible. And then whenever you are going to be making these records to be get visible, then at that time we can specify what level of access that you want to grant on that record, whether you want to grant read-only access or the read-write access. We can able to specify that. So now here, by using that sharing button, we can able to share the record manually to one or more number of users. Then how can we share the record to one or more users? We'll see practically now here. After that, we'll come to that automated sharing part. So what exactly is automated sharing part, and then how can we implement that? Now we'll see practically over here. Now,
Firoz,
yeah.
a quick question, Firoz. When we create the user, we only specify the profile. We don't specify the role, right?
Yes.
So by default, like there could be a system without roles also.
Yes. When coming to the users, upon creating the user record, role is not a mandatory field. If we
Yes.
have configured the roles, then we can able to assign the role upon creating the user, or at the later stages also we can able to assign that.
Yeah,
If
but
the user is
roles.
if the user is not in that role, then he cannot able to access the records of the other users.
What is it? If the user is not in the profile, right?
Not in the role. If the user is not in the role, then he cannot able to access the record on those users.
Oh,
See,
it's
suppose for
not.
example, when coming to my organization, I'm having some employees are there. So now for every employee, we are assigning some designation. So now some people are leaving from the company as well. For that, we are going to be deactivating. Nothing but there is no role for those people right now. They cannot able to access any user records. Just the record will be there. We are deactivating that. That's it. We are not going to be having any role for those users. Those people cannot able to access any records. So now, in order to keep track of that, we are not removing the ex-employee's information from our database. Even though he may be our ex-employee, he may be worked in our organizations in the past, or 10 years before, 20 years before also, we are going to be storing those records inside our database itself. Maybe in future it may be required for us. So that's what we are storing all those things. So now here also, when coming to the user, if the user is not having any role, then this person will not be able to access on any records here.
Oh, but we did, right? Firoz, like roles we created yesterday, but previously we just created a user and we are able to access the records, right?
Yes. Now that person can able to see the record here, but the other people's record he cannot able to see because there is no role is available. Because records visibility will be purely granting based on the role hierarchy. In that upper level, whoever will be the user is there, that user will be able to see that subordinates records. But for this user, there is no role is available. So that there is
Oh, but
no subordinates, there is no top level person, so that this person will not be having the access of that records.
so by default, if you don't have a role, by default is a read. I mean, public read write, right? So
Yes.
if I create any objects, I can see others' objects also, other people's records
Records.
also, right?
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay, okay.
Now, so now when coming to the sharing, by using that sharing button, we can able to share the record to one or more users. Nothing but more users means a group of users who can collect together as a group, public group. Now a collection of users we can group together as a public group, and then we can able to share the record to the public group. Now, so how can we create this? How can we share the record to one or more users? Now let's see practically here. Now, so let's come to that requirement now. So now what I want to do is I'm implementing a use case for the manual sharing. I'm using a use case, create an account record by login as development user, development user, create an account record. Sorry, the account record is creating now. Now by default, this record will be visible to the owner and his immediate manager by default. Now the make the record to be get visible to the manager user as well. Manager user also with read only access. With read only access. So this is my requirement here. So now here we have to create the record. We have to log into that. Log into the user account. That is nothing but the development user. And the second one is create a new account record. And then share the record to manager user by using sharing button with read only access. Now these are the three steps that we need to perform right now over here. So now by default, the currently logged in user, nothing but the owner of the record and his manager will be having the full access on the record, and the other people will not be having access. Now I want to make this record to be get visible to the other people as well here. So now in this case, we have to do the negative testing. The negative testing is nothing but what needs to be done. We have to verify whether this record may be visible to the other people or also. I have shared the record to manager user. So now I want to cross check that other people inside that organization except that manager or user, they cannot able to access my record. So that we need to cross check that. The record should not be visible to other users. Other users in the organization. So now this is the process that we need to cross check right now. Now let's go to your requirement here. We have to log in as development user and then create a new account record and then share the record to that manager user. Let's see. Perform these 3 steps. So now here I'm going to be logging as the manager user, sorry, the development user right now. Go to the users. Logged in as development user right now. Click on login. So now currently we have logged in as the development user right now. So this is the development user. I'm going to be creating a new record inside my account object because we have made that account objects OWD as private. Go to the account object, create a new account record. I'm creating a new account record right now. I'm entering the details. Manual sharing test account. Account number, I'm entering some value. Account site is some oil and gas industry. Type is some customer direct. Rating value we are giving as some heart. Fax number. Number of employees. SIC code and the annual revenue. Whatever the details are required to create that record, I'm entering those details right now. And I'm entering the PAN number and the passport number. Ownership value. I'm making this account record as active. So now whatever the details are required for this account record, I have entered all the details inside this account. Now let's click on save button. The record has been created. The record's ID has been getting generated here. So now this is a record that we have created with the name manual sharing test account. Now before making this records to be get visible, suppose if you want to know, okay, if you want to know that who are all the people are having the access on this record, simply click on sharing. Simply click on sharing button. Now this is the person will be having the access on this record here. User development. So now he is having that access. What is that access he is having right now? He is having the full access. Why? Because he is the owner. Okay, the reason is he is the owner of that record here. So now what is the access he is having? Full access here. Now this account is associated with the cases as well as the opportunities also here. So now on that opportunity also he is having the read write access. On the case object also he is having the read write access right now here. So now in this case, when coming to the record manual sharing test account, this record is accessible by the user development. The other people are not having the access on the record here. So now before granting the access to that other users, I would like to cross check that whether that person is able to access my record or not. If it is not able to access, then I will grant access on that record here. Now I'm coming out from this user. I'm logging out. Login as the manager user. Verify whether this person is able to access your record or not. Get all my account records. So now manager user account record is available, but he's not having the access on that manual sharing test account record. That record is not visible to him. So now I want to make it visible here. Then how can we share the record manually? Let's see here. Go to the development user credentials. Open that record manual sharing test account. This is the record that I want to make it visible to that manager user. In order to share the record manually, we have to use sharing button. Now the points are very, very important in the interview point of view and when coming to the implementations also. Now here observe this one, we are having the sharing setting. When the sharing will come into the picture, when the object's OWD is private, then only the owner and his manager will be having the access on the record. The other users inside the organization will not be having the access on the record. So at that time, to make that record to be get visible to the other people, sharing will be came into the picture. Then how can we share the record? Now, as soon as whenever you are making that object's OWD as private, in order to make that record to be get visible to the other users, Salesforce is going to be enabling the sharing button on every records detail page inside that object. In that object, whatever the records are there, on every records detail page, sharing button will be getting enabled by default. Now, in the interview point of view, they will raise the question, when sharing button will be getting enabled? Whenever you are making the objects OWD as private, then sharing button will be getting enabled to you here. Now, by using this sharing button, what we can do? By using this sharing button, we can able to share the record manually. Okay, we can able to share the record manually one by one. Nothing but we cannot share a group of records at a time. So we can able to share the records manually one by one by using this particular sharing button. Now we have to open each and every record. On every record's detail page, you will be having the sharing button and share the records to one or more users. Now click on sharing button. Now as of now, this is the user is having the access on that record here. So now when you click on that, if you want to share the record to any other person, then click on add a button. Nothing but not only this person, I would like to add one more users in this particular table so that this person also will be able to access my record. Now click on add a button here in order to share the record manually. Now to whom you want to grant the visibility on this record. So now for that it is providing that search option here. In that search option, we can able to specify based on what you want to find out those users here to whom you want to make this record to be get visible. Now, do you want to share the records based on the people's role or roles and subordinates or only the users or only the public groups here? You will be having four options are available over here. Public group, nothing but we can able to collect a group of users as a collection, like as a public group. Now we can able to share the record to the public group, then automatically all the members inside the group will be getting the access on that record. When we have to go for public group, if you want to make the records to be get visible to the collection of users, then we can go for that public group. In the remaining cases, we can go with that users itself. Now, when you select that role, it is populating the roles over here. If I'm selecting the role as some CFO, in that CFO role, who are all the people are available? Okay, in that CFO role, who are all the people are available? All those people will be getting the access on my record here. Nothing but we can manually, we can share the records to either based on the role, based on the roles and subordinates, based on the user, and based on that, the public group as well. Now, for example here, if you are selecting roles and subordinates, then at that time, if I'm selecting the role as some COO, then in that role COO, who are all the people are available, everybody will be getting the access on that record. And along with that, if those people are having any subordinates, those subordinates also will be getting the access on the record. Now, if you want to share the records to only some specific users, then select that users here. Okay, select that users. Now only these are the users to whom you want to make it visible. Now I want to make the record to be get visible to that user manager. Only that to that manager user, only I want to grant the access on my record here. Nothing but we can share the records based on the role, based on the user, based on the roles and subordinates, and based on the public groups also. So now here I'm selecting that user, that is manager user. To that manager user, I'm going to be granting the access on my record here. What is that account record? This record is manual sharing test account record. So now here observe this one. What access that you want to grant on this one? I want to grant that read-only access. If you want to grant some any other access like as read-write, we can specify that. Now what will you mean by read-only here? Whenever you are going to be granting the read-only access, that manager user just can able to see the record. When he try to perform edit operation, when nothing but whenever he's trying to be modifying the record details, or whenever he's trying to be deleting the record, he will be getting the message insufficient privileges. Nothing but you are not having the rights to modify this record, you are not having the rights to delete this record, because just you are in user additionally which you have added to make the record to make it visible. You are not the owner, you are not his manager, so that you cannot able to modify, you cannot able to delete the record. Now if you are granting that permission like as read write, then the manager user can able to see the record and he can able to modify the record values as well. Okay, but he cannot able to remove the records here. Nothing but the person to whom we have granted the read write access, those people will be able to see the record, they can able to read the record, and then they can able to modify the record values, but they cannot remove the record. Always the owner and his manager will be having the full rights to remove that record. The other users inside the organization will not be having the rights to remove the record. They can see, they can modify, that's it, they cannot remove the record here. Now so now I'm granting that read only access right now here. Click on save. So now observe this one, what will happen here. Two entries are available right now. Okay, two entries are available right now. Nothing but these are the two people who are having the access on this particular record. One is the user development, second one is the user manager. User development is nothing but he is the owner. For that here he will be having that full control on that here. When coming to the user manager, what is access he is having? Read only access here. Now why he is getting the access? Manually we have shared. The reason is manual sharing. Nothing but how this person is getting the access. Manually we have shared the record because it is required for us. Because I'm going for the vacation, so due to some personal emergency, so that whenever I'm in my vacation, now one of my colleagues, that is nothing but some user manager, is going to be taking care of my record here. So now for that, we are granting the visibility on my record to my colleague also, that is some user manager. So now let's see here. We have granted the access now. Now let's verify whether this person is able to access my record or not. Now let's log out from this user. Log in as the manager user. Go to the accounts, get the account records. Let's verify whether this person is able to access your record or not. Now this person will be able to access my record. That is nothing but manual sharing test account. Open that record. Now who is the owner? The owner is nothing but the user development. User development will be the owner of the record here. Now this person will be visible to that user manager. The currently logged in user is nothing but the user manager. He can able to see my record as well. Now what level of access he is having right now? Let's cross check that. So now this user can able to see my record here, and then he's trying to performing some edit operation. When you click on edit, he will be getting the message insufficient privileges. Nothing but here just I have granted the read only permission to you, but you cannot able to modify my record, you cannot able to remove my record. When you click here link, automatically it will be coming back to your user record here. When you click on delete operation, it will not allow the user to delete that record because you are not having the permission, so that it is giving that insufficient privileges. Because here we have granted read only access to the record. Okay, nothing but observe this one. Record is one and the accesses are multiple for the different users. Now let's see one more scenario here. So now I want to cross check whether this user record, this record is visible to other people or also not. I want to cross check that. Let's go to the testing user, log in as the testing user, verify whether this user is able to access your record or not. Now this person is not having access on any record as of now here, so that he is not able to access my record. Let's verify one more user is there, that is customer user. Log in as a customer user, verify that account object, whether this person is able to see my record or not. This person is also not having the access on my record here, so that here other people are not having the access on my record. Now the functionality is working fine. Now I want to grant the access to the customer user also. With what? With read write access. Okay, the record is same and the users are many. Depends upon the user, I'm granting the different access here. Let's see.
Firoz?
Yeah.
If I have a parent and child object, if I share the child object, can that be possible? Not sharing the parent record, only child record can be shared?
Yes, you can share that, only the child record as well.
No, but
But
if
but at that
if you
time, that parent records relationship field will not be visible to you over here.
yeah, but if we have a aggregation fields or like roll up summary fields, if we have a if we are giving a child record as a full access, if we are adding a new row, how that parent record data will be updated because we did not share that one, right?
Yes, it will not share because roll-up summary fields and everything will be available on the parent record, not on the child
Yeah.
record.
But you are giving a child record as full control, and you can enter the new data into the child record. Whenever you are entering the new data, the roll-up summary field should be updated, right? Is it possible scenario in that case?
Yeah, it will be possible here. It will be possible, but that parent record we cannot able to see.
The parent records data will be updated in that case?
Yeah, parent record data will be getting updated because based on the child's only it is going to be updating that because it will be working like as a system mode.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now,
Okay.
so now here I am going to be making the records visible to that other person also. Now in this case, the fourth scenario, nothing but I am going to be adding one more use case, one more case here. Share the record to the customer user with read write access. So nothing but record is only one, users are many, and every user will be having the different access on this one. So for the manager user, we have granted the read only access. Now for the customer user, I'm granting read write access on this record. Now let's see how can we grant that. Login as the development user because he is the owner of the record. Login as the development user. Go to the record which you want to make it visible. Open that manual sharing test account. Click on sharing button. As of now, 2 users are having the access. I would like to grant the access on one more user. Now from the search, you can select the users. All the users will be getting populated over here. I'm selecting the user as to whom you want to make it visible, customer user. Select the user as customer user. To the customer user, I want to grant read write access. Okay, I want to grant read write access. Now let's save this one. Now here record is only one, that is manual sharing test account. Now user manager will be having read only access. Development user will be having full access. Customer user will be having read write access. Nothing but on a single record, we can able to have the different accesses for different users. That flexibility will be available to you over here. Now, let's verify whether this customer user can able to see your record or not. He can able to modify your record values or not. Login as the customer user now. Go to your account record. Get all the account records. Now this customer user is also able to access your record right now. The record is manual sharing test account. Open that record. He can able to see your record values here. Now he's trying to be modifying that edit button. Now this person is able to modify the record values. Now I'm changing that value from type customer direct to technology partner. Ownership I'm changing from private to public. I have modified some values. Let's click on save. He can able to modify your values as well. But he cannot able to delete your record. When you click on delete button, observe what will happen. Insufficient privileges. Nothing but what happened. For this user, we have granted only the read write access over here. Now the delete option, the delete rights will be available only to the owner as well as his manager. The other people cannot able to delete the record from that table. So now nothing but what we have observed, by using that sharing button, we can able to share the record to a single user. Okay, we have shared the records to a single user. So now in some cases, I want to share the records to the multiple users. How can we share the records to the multiple users over here? Now let's see. So manual sharing, here we are using that share records to one user. The second one, sharing the records to multiple users. So now suppose for example, I have some thousands of records are there, which needs to be get visible to that some users. Okay, which needs to be get visible to some users. Now sharing the record manually means we have to go to that record, open the record, go to the detail page of the record, click on sharing button, select the users to whom you want to grant the access, and then select the access level which you want to grant. So now in this kind of scenario, what happened here? When coming to the records, I'm having some thousands of records are there, some having some hundreds of records are there, which needs to be get shared. At that time, sharing the records one by one, it will be taking more time. It is a time consuming process. So for that, what we can do is, instead of sharing the record to each and every user manually, we can able to create a public group. Okay, we can create a public group. Suppose for example, when coming to your WhatsApp also, or when coming to your mobile also, when coming to your Facebook also, you are creating a group where you are creating the multiple groups are available, like as colleagues, nothing but office related colleagues into one group, family members into another group, friends into another group, like as our relatives into another group. Like that, we are going to be creating the multiple groups over here. In every group, what we are doing, we are going to be adding some members inside that. Okay, we are adding some members inside that. Here, who is the members? Users are the members over here. We can able to create a public group. In that group, we can able to add the members. Nothing but members means the users we can able to add. Then what is the use of creating the public group? Whenever if you want to make a record to be get visible to the collection of users, then add all those users as a public group. Whenever you are making the record to be visible to the public group, then automatically all the group members will be getting the access on that record. So for that here, whenever you are going to be making the records to be get visible to the multiple users, then create a public group. So now by creating a public group, we can share the records to a group of users at a time. Then how can we create this public group over here? Now let's see practically. In order to create that public group, we have to go to the setup menu and then go to that administer menu in the left panel, and then go to that manage users link. Inside that manage users link, you will be having an option called as public groups. Public groups. So now we have to create those public groups over here. So inside that public group, what exactly a public group? Public group is nothing but simply a collection of users. That's it. Okay, public group is nothing but simply a collection of users. In order to share the record to a group of users one by one, okay, manually, we can able to share the records to a public group itself. So now when coming to the public group contains a set of users, okay, to whom we can able to share the records manually or automatically also. Depends upon our need. So now for that here, then how can we share the records to this public group? Now let's see practically here. Let's create a public group. Now I'm creating a use case. Create a public group with the name Hyderabad Sales Group. And add the members. Add the members like as testing user and customer user. These two are the members. Share the records to Hyderabad Sales Group. So nothing but we are going to be creating a public group with the name Hyderabad sales group, and then add the members like the testing user and the customer user, and then share the records to the Hyderabad sales group here. Then how can we share the record to this Hyderabad sales group? Now let's see practically over here. First of all, we need to create a public group, nothing but with the name Hyderabad sales group. Then how can we create that? Then go to this navigation process here. Let's go to your implementation. Go to that administrator's account. Go to the manage users. Inside that manage users, you will be having an option called as public groups. Click on public group. There is no groups available here. So now a public group is a set of users. It can contain individual users, other groups, the users in a particular role or territory, or the users in a role or territory plus all the users below the role or territory in the hierarchy. Nothing but what we can do inside a public group, we can able to add the users, we can able to add the public group again inside that. Nothing but one group we can able to add inside that another group, and then we can able to add the members based on the role or the based on the territory and the roles and subordinates as well. Okay, now so now here I'm creating a public group right now. How can we create a public group? In order to create a public group, then click on new button. Okay, click on new button to create a public group. Click on new. Now it is providing a graphical user interface to create a public group. Specify the label for that particular public group. I'm giving the label as some Hyderabad sales group. So now grant access using hierarchies checkbox. What do you mean by this one? Whenever you are going to be granting the access on this one of the group member, do you want me to make this record to be get visible to the manager of that member or not? So for that we can decide, we can specify this checkbox here. Now, who are all the members inside that group here? I have given that label name for that group that is called as Hyderabad sales group. Now I want to add the group members here. We can able to add the public group again inside this. Nothing but one public group we can able to add inside a public group here. That flexibility will be available. Now roles and subordinates and the users. Now in my case, my requirement is I would like to add some users. So who are the users that you want to add? I want to add the testing user and the customer user. Now let's go to that. Add the testing user and the customer user. Nothing but these two people are the members of this group right now. Okay. Now, so nothing but inside a public group, what we have, public group is used to collect a collection of users together into a group in order to share the record to the collection of users at a time in a single shot. The public group contains what? A set of users. Now, it may be individual users, it may be the public groups again, it may be the roles, it may be based on roles and subordinates also. We can able to add those members. No. So now there is no other options available here. Click on save button. Now your public group has been created where the group name is Hyderabad sales group right now. Okay, where the group name is Hyderabad sales group right now. Now how can we make the record to be get visible to this particular group here? Now let's see. Now let's log in as that development user. I'm creating a user. Yeah.
Heroes, I have one question actually.
Yeah.
I'm unable to switch the users. I'm unable to see that login button at manage users.
Okay. So now we have to grant that account to login access. Have you enabled that option?
Can you show that?
Okay. So now, once you logged into that users here, see, I'm using a separate browser to log into that user.
Mm-hmm.
You have created few users, right?
Yes, I have created 4 users. Whatever we discussed, right? We have created.
Now, log in into the user as usual, like as HTTPS login.salesforce.com. Provide that username, like as training manager user or the manager user or whatever the username that you have given. Enter the password which you have entered upon activating that user account. Log in into that user. Go to that username on top of that right corner. click on my settings,
Okay.
go to the left side in the left panel, go to the personal and expand it,
Okay.
and click on grant account to login access,
Okay.
and it will be giving that option to you. To your system administrator, we can able to grant the account to login access, and for the salesforce.com support people also. You will be having the two pick list. Expand that pick list, select like as some 1 month I would like to grant the access, click on save. That's it. Then in the administrator
Oh,
level, you will be getting that login link automatically.
got you.
Okay.
Got you. Thank you.
Now,
So like that, we have to give
for
for
all
all
the four,
users.
yeah, all the 4 users.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so now here I have created a public group. Now I want to make this record to be visible to the public group here. Now, let's go to that my customers. I'm creating a record. I'm entering the details here. Public group test account. So this is account record I'm creating right now. I'm entering the details. In order to create that record, what are the values are required, I'm providing all those details inside this account record. Now, so now this is the record that I'm creating right now. Public group test account. Let's save your record here. Now my record has been saved successfully. Now as a owner, nothing but the user development, I'm having the full control on this record. Now click on sharing button. Okay, click on sharing button. Now I would like to share the record to that public group. As of now, only the development user and his manager will be having the full access on the record. Other people are not having the access. Now click on add button in order to share the records to the public group. So now you will be having that search option. Inside that you will be having public group, your roles and subordinates, and the users. I want to share the record to the public groups. So as soon as whenever we are selecting the public group, then all the public groups available inside your organization will be getting populated inside this list. Now, in this particular list, I'm having one group called as Hyderabad Sales Group. Select this Hyderabad Sales Group, nothing but to whom I want to make it visible here. What is the level of access that you want to grant on this particular public group members? Now I want to grant read write. Okay, I want to grant read write over here. I want to grant read write over here. Now let's see here. So now for this group of users, I would like to grant read write access. Nothing but in this group, who are all the users are there? In that group, I'm having 2 users, testing user and the customer user. Along with that, I'm having one more user is there, manager user. Manager user should not be able to access my record. Just I'm sharing the record to the public group only. Now let's save this record. Now this is the Hyderabad Sales Group, which is a public group type. Type is the public group. Now the group name is Hyderabad Sales Group. This Hyderabad Sales Group will be having the read write access, because here how he is getting the access, we have manually shared that by using that sharing button. Now the reason is the manual sharing here. Now let's see whether these users are able to access your record or not. Log in into that user. Customer user is also one of the member of that group. Go to that accounts. Click on go. He can able to access my record here. Public group test account. So now he is able to access my record right now over here. Not only he can able to access, he can able to modify my record values also. Type I'm changing from prospect to installation partner. Now this user can able to modify my record also here. The value has been changed from prospect to installation partner. When he tried to click on delete button, he cannot able to delete that record because he is not the owner. He will be having that message, insufficient privileges. Nothing but one member customer user is able to access my record. Now it is working fine. Now, another user is testing user. Log in as a testing user and verify whether this member is also able to access my record or not. Because once you have granted the visibility to that users based on the application requirement, as a developer, it is our responsibility that we have to do the unit testing. Nothing but we have to log in as those users and we have to verify whether those users are able to access the record or not. Now, for that, here we are going to be enabling this login option for every users. Now he is also able to access your record, public group test account record, and then he can able to modify that record values as well. Now I'm changing that value, the ownership from subsidiary to the public. Now let's save this record. This record will be able to modified. Nothing but the ownership value has been changed from subsidiary to public. Now when the user is trying to performing the delete operation, he cannot able to remove your record because just he is having that read write permission is available here. Now along with this too, one more user is also there, that is nothing but the manager user. I want to cross check whether this person is able to access my record or not. Nothing but the negative testing here. Login, go to that user, get all the account records here. Now he is not able to access my record, public group test account record. That record is not visible, nothing but it is working fine as of now. So now here this is a way we are going to be sharing the record to a public group as well. Not only sharing the records to a single user, we can able to share the record to the public group also here. That flexibility will be available. Now by using the sharing button, we can able to share the records to a single user, or we can share the records to a group of users also by creating that public group inside this. Now, suppose for example here. Yeah.
Feroz, one question.
Yeah.
Feroz, can we make a individual user, can we share and can we also share him with the public group also?
Yes, we can share. We can share that
And,
as individually as well as we can share that record with that public group also inside that.
So in
But
that case, when I am
at that time, whatever the access that you have granted on the public group, only that access will be getting applicable to that user.
that is what I want to ask.
Yeah.
Because suppose as an individual user, if we grant permission for read write only, and if we don't give access in the group as I mean in the group, if we make him as read write, and in the as an individual user, if we grant access as read only, which one will
the high level,
which
high level access.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever the high level access that you have granted, that will be getting visible.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Now, suppose for example, here I'm sharing the records manually one by one. Okay, we are sharing the records manually one by one. But if I'm having some thousands of records are there, how can we share the record here? It will be very, very difficult to us. So for that, what we need to do is, if you want to share the records to either one user or to the multiple users, it may be one record or multiple records, then we are going to be making this process as an automated process. Instead of sharing the record manually to one by using the sharing button, we can able to share the record to the collection of users or a single user automatically also here. For that, we are using automated sharing. So now then, how can we share the records to a collection of users automatically here? Now let's see. So now in this kind of scenario, in order to share the records automatically to one or more number of users, okay, in order to share the records to one or more number of users automatically, we are going to be using a feature called as sharing rules. We are using a feature called as sharing rules. So now here we are going to be using a feature called as sharing rules feature. So by creating a sharing rule, like as a validation rules, like as a workflow rules, okay. So it's like the same way we can able to create a sharing rule. By using that sharing rule, what we can do, we can able to make the records to be get visible to one or more number of users. Nothing but automated sharing can be done with the help of sharing rules. Whenever you are going to be sharing the records to one or more number of users, we can able to use that sharing rules feature also. So now whenever you are going to be making the records to be get visible to one or more users, by automatically we can able to specify what level of access that you want to grant on those records. So for that, here we can able to specify either read only or the read write. We can able to specify those options as well. So now in this case, what happened? Whenever you are sharing the record manually, we have to use that sharing button. If you want to share the record automatically, then we have to use sharing rules. So now when coming to the sharing rules, again, we are having the two types of sharing rules are available here. Okay, we are having that two types of sharing rules are available. So now one is here we are having the two types of sharing rules are available. The first one is based on owner. First type of sharing rule is based on owner. Second one is based on criteria. Now these are the two types of sharing rules are available inside your Salesforce again. Nothing but sharing rules are again two types here. One is based on owner, based on criteria. Nothing but suppose if this records criteria is like this, nothing but if the account records owner is like this, then I would like to share the record to that people. Nothing but based on the owner we can able to share. Nothing but if the record has been created by this person, then make it visible to those users here or agent to that particular public group. Like that we can able to specify that. Sometimes we can able to share the records based on some specific criteria. Like when coming to my sales team, I'm having the different sales teams are available here. One is in Hyderabad, second one is in Bangalore, third one is Chennai, like that. So now in this kind of scenario here, what I want to do is I want to share this record here. So now whenever I'm going to be sharing the record, I want to cross check that conditions. Like if the account records rating equals to some heart and the annual revenue equals to some more than some 50 lakhs and the industry equals to some banking, active status equals to some yes, then I would like to share the record to the public group. In the remaining cases, if any of the condition has been failed, then we cannot share that record here. So now here, now let's see when coming to the sharing rules. So now these are used to share the records to one or more users automatically based on the criteria defined by the user. Defined by the user. So we are having two types of sharing rules. We can share the records based on owner. We can share the record based on criteria. Criteria. Based on criteria defined by the user, we can able to share that record also here. That flexibility will be available to you over here. So now when coming to the sharing rules here, when these sharing rules will be getting enabled to you, this point is very, very important here. Sharing rules will get fired upon creating a new record and upon updating an existing record. An existing record inside that object. Upon updating an existing record, nothing but whenever you are going to be creating the record, automatically sharing rule will be getting enabled. Once the record has been created, it will verify what will be the conditions that you have specified inside that sharing rule. These are matching with that record values. If it is matching, then it will be sharing that record to that users to whom you have specified. In future, if you are modifying the record values, then it will be removing the access from that users, because any of the condition is not satisfied, then it will be not granting the access on that record to that users. Now let's see here. Create a sharing rule. Let's take a use case. Create a sharing rule on account object to share the records to Hyderabad sales group, when the account record satisfies the below criteria. First one is industry should be the banking. Second criteria is rating should be hot. The third one is ownership should be public. And the fourth one is active status should be yes. So nothing but this is my use case. Whenever I'm going to be creating a new account record, if that account record's industry equals to banking and the rating value equals to hot, ownership value equals to public, and then the active status equals to yes, then I want to make this record to be visible to the Hyderabad sales group people. Who are all the members available inside that Hyderabad sales group? I want to make it visible to that people over here. Then how can we create this sharing rule? Now let's see practically here. Yeah.
Feroz, we can share only if the ownership is private, right?
Sorry?
We can, it is, you have already mentioned that if the ownership is private, then the sharing button will be enabled.
Now this ownership, nothing but this is a field value. This is a separate field. It's not the owner field. Owner field is separate.
Okay.
Got it?
OWD is private only, then we have this option.
Yes.
That's what.
Okay.
Now, so now, see, when coming to the account record, owner field values, if owner field is different, ownership field is different. See, let's see. This is the record here. So now this is the owner field, account to owner. This field API name is owner ID. Okay, owner ID, nothing but a user. Now this is the ownership field. In order to indicate whether this organization, nothing but the account or the customer is a holding any organization. If it is an organization, whether it is a private organization or subsidiary, or whether it is a public organization or what exactly here. Owner field, ownership field, both are different. Okay, now.
Okay. Sorry.
Now. So now let's create a sharing rule here. How can we create these sharing rules? Where the sharing rules option is available in Salesforce. Now let's see practically here. So now when coming to the sharing rules, in order to create that sharing rules, now let's go to this navigation here. The navigation is, we have to go to that setup menu, go to that administrator menu in the left panel, go to that security controls. Inside that you will be having that sharing settings, and go to that an option called as sharing rules section, which will be available below the OWD options. Okay, below that OWD options, you will be having a section called as a sharing rules section. So now when coming to the sharing rules, we can able to create multiple sharing rules here. Okay, we can able to create multiple sharing rules as well for a single object itself. Now let's make a note of it here. We can have multiple sharing rules for an object. Assume that here we are having the 3 departments are available here, like Hyderabad sales group, Bangalore sales group, and the Chennai sales group. These are the three sales groups are there. Or else we can have that the banking sales group or the finance sales group and the manufacturing sales group. Whenever you are creating an account record with the specifying that industry as banking, then it has to be get visible to the banking sales group people, so that these people will keep on follow up with those persons. They will be converting those persons as our customers, or they can able to sell out our products as well. And then if you're creating an any account record which is associated with the manufacturing industry, industry is equals to manufacturing, at that time we can able to make this record to make it visible to the another sales group, that is nothing but the manufacturing sales group. Like that we can create the multiple groups, and to those groups we can able to make these records to be get visible, so that we can able to have multiple sharing rules per an object here. So now Salesforce provides a separate related list for each object to configure the sharing rules. Like as
Firoz, in that case, we can create a workflow rule to assign, like whenever this, we can create a workflow rule and assign to the users, right? That can be also possible, right? Instead of
now assigning means completely changing the ownership. But here what I'm doing, I'm not changing the ownership. The owner will be there as it is, but along with the owner, I'm making this record to be visible to the other people.
okay, but this can be done through workflow also, like, right?
No, we cannot grant through workflow.
Okay.
Okay.
We can assign the record to the to that user using workflow, right?
Using that workflow, what we can do, we can change the ownership. Nothing but record will be transferring from this user to that user which you have selected.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Firoz, suppose in public group there are two users and they are working on the same record. What gonna happen?
See,
In public group we share the record, but like suppose there are 2-3 users and two users are working on the same record.
okay. Now, at
So-
that time, whenever the user is going to be performing the operations on a record, the second for that record will be getting locked automatically. Other users
for the
cannot
se-
do- for the remaining
for the
users,
second user, right?
Yes.
And one more thing, as we know, like in master detail relationship, detail object has all the security condition which master has. Suppose I created a three object A, B, C, and C is working as a detail object,
Okay.
and A and B I am providing the one in private access and other one is a read only access.
See.
So.
Whenever you are going to be having that access on that parent, see, in this case what will happen is, that's what I told you here during the OWD options. Whatever the child objects are available, child objects will be having that OWD option as controlled by parent. Okay, you will be having that option as controlled by parent here. Let's see. Now the controlled by parent. Controlled by parent option is available for the child objects in Salesforce. Nothing but here, whenever you are going to be creating that master detail association, there I have discussed about the 2 points to you over there. Like upon creating the master detail relationship field, you will be having the two options, read only, read write. Nothing but what it means is, whenever you are getting the read only access on that parent record, then the same read only access will be available on that associated child records also. If I'm getting the read write access on the parent record, then the same read write access you will be getting on all the associated child records of by default here.
But there are two parents in junction object
Yeah.
for the child.
Yes. But
So-
even though if it is having the two junction objects to you, at that time it will be having the master detail. Okay, it is having junction object will be created with the master detail, so that it will be completely comes under that parent automatically here, so that it will be
Yeah.
getting visible to you by default.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's see here. We are going to be creating that sharing rule now. When coming to the sharing rules, we are going to be having a separate related list is available for every object here. Like as the account sharing rules, and the opportunity sharing rules, lead sharing rules, campaign sharing rules, case sharing rules. Like that, Salesforce is providing a separate related list also for every object. If you're having your custom object, you will be having that associated related list also here. Like as a customer sharing rule, hiring manager sharing rule, position sharing rule. Like that, here you will be having so many related lists available to you. Nothing but it is going to be giving a separate section for every object in order to indicate clearly these are the various sharing rules are available for this particular object here. In an object, not only one, we can able to create the multiple sharing rules are also available. Sharing rules will be getting executed whenever you are creating the record, whenever you are modifying the record automatically by default. Now, let's see how can we create this sharing rule. Let's see practically over here. Now, this is my requirement here. This is my use case right now. Now, I would like to create a sharing rule in order to share the record automatically to the Hyderabad sales group people whenever the account records industry is equals to banking, rating equals to hard, ownership equals to public, and the active status value equals to yes. If these four conditions are satisfied, then automatically this record to be get visible to that Hyderabad sales group members. Now, let's create a sharing rule right now. In order to create the sharing rules, you will be having that navigation. Go to the sharing settings. Inside that, you will be having sharing rules section. And this sharing rule I'm associating with that object called as account. So that go to that accounts sharing rules related list. Inside that, create a new sharing rule inside that. Now, let's go to this option here. Now, go to that setup menu. Go to the administrator menu in the left panel. Go to the security controls. Click on sharing settings. When you come down, here you will be having that sharing rules related section is available. Sharing rules section is available. In order to create the sharing rules on each and every object, you will be having a separate section is available. Nothing but this is the separate related list, like as a lead sharing rules, account sharing rules, opportunity sharing rules, case sharing rules, campaign sharing rules, user sharing rules. Like that, so many related lists are available along with that for your custom objects also. Like as for your custom object also will be having that customer sharing rule, hiring manager sharing rule, position sharing rules. Like that, all these objects, it may be standard, it may be custom, we can able to create the sharing rule over here. So now select that object on which you want to create the sharing rule. Go to that associated related list or the section. Click on new button. Okay, click on new button. In order to create a new sharing rule, we have to go with that new button to create a new sharing rule here. Specify the sharing rule label and the rule name. I'm giving that sharing rule label as grant access on record to Hyderabad public group. I'm giving the description as grant access on record to Hyderabad public group. Now select that rule type here. Already we have discussed we have two types of sharing rules. One is based on owner, second one is based on criteria. So now here, what do you mean by based on owner? Whenever if the user, the records owner is this person, then share the record to this group. When the records owner is this person, then share the record to this person here. Like that, we can able to specify that. Or else, if you want to verify based on that criteria, we can able to select the based on criteria here. You will be having based on record owner, based on the criteria. So now here we are having some specific criteria is available here. These are the four conditions that we need to cross check right now. So based on that, I would like to share the record to that Hyderabad sales group people. Now, so now here I'm selecting the option as the rule type as based on criteria. Select the criteria which you want, based on which you would like to share the record. I'm selecting the first condition as the active status. Active status equals to yes. And the second one is industry. Industry equals to banking. The second condition I'm adding right now. The third condition, rating value. Rating value equals to heart. And the fourth condition is ownership. Ownership is equals to public. Ownership equals to public. So now these are the 4 conditions that I have verified. If all these conditions are satisfied, then we can able to make it visible to the other people as well. Okay. Now, so now to whom you want to make it visible here? Now, whenever you are going to be making it visible, we can able to select that public group, roles and subordinates here. Now I want to make it visible to a public group here. So what is that public group to whom you want to make it visible? Select that public group here. That is nothing but the Hyderabad sales group. Okay, Hyderabad sales group. So now this is the people, nothing but this is the people to whom I want to make it visible right now here. I'm sharing the record. Whenever the account records active status is equals to yes, and the industry is equals to banking, rating is equals to hard, and the ownership is equals to public, then I want to share the record to the public group here. Now, to which public group? This is the Hyderabad sales group, to which I would like to make it visible over here. Now, what is the access that you want to grant on this record here? I want to grant read-write access here. Okay, I want to grant the read-write access to this particular group members on my record. Now click on save. Now your sharing rule has been created right now. Let's go to that sharing rules section. Now inside that account of sharing rules, we have created one sharing rule is available right now over here. So this is a sharing rule that we have created right now. Now whenever the account record is satisfying these 4 conditions, then share the records with this particular Hyderabad sales group and grant the access as read-write access. And then opportunity will be the private and the case will be the private over here. Now, let's see that here. Now sharing rule has been created right now. Let's go to that user, create a record inside that, and let's verify whether these users are able to access my record or not. Inside that Hyderabad sales group, who are all the members are there? We are having the testing user and the customer user, both the members are available. Now let's go to your development user, create a record, observe what will happen here. Go to the development user, log in as the development user, go to the my customers, create a new record right now, click on continue, sharing rule, test account. I'm entering the required values to create this account record. Industry, I'm making it as banking. Ownership, I'm making it as public. Active field, I'm specifying like as yes. Active field value is yes. Industry is banking. Ownership is public. Rating value is hard. Nothing but all the 4 conditions are satisfying right now here. Now my record name is sharing rule test account. As soon as when you click on save record, automatically once the record has been getting created, then Salesforce is going to be verifying whether user has created any sharing rules on this account object or not. If the sharing rules are available, it is going to be executing each and every sharing rule. Now the sharing rules are verifying every records field values. If the conditions are satisfying with that records, automatically the record will be getting visible to those users as well. So now let's see here. This is the record we have created. Now have we shared the record with anybody? No. Why? Because just now I have created the record. Now just click on sharing button, observe what will happen here. Nothing but what we have identified here on this user record, user development will be having the full access because he is the owner. Now the one more persons are also having the access on the record, that is called as Hyderabad sales group. Nothing but Hyderabad sales group people are also having the access, that is read write access on this record, because this is the account sharing rule. Nothing but sharing rule has granted the access on this record, because whatever the conditions they have specified inside the sharing rule, the sharing rule conditions are matching with these record values. Now let's see here. Let's verify with those users whether those members can able to access your record or not. Now log in as that customer user. Go to that my customers. Get all the account records. This person can able to see my record sharing rule test here. Now sharing rule test record is visible to him. Nothing but this person is able to access my record because he is a member of that group. Another person, testing user, log in as the testing user. Verify this member is also able to access my record or not. Verify that users. Get all the account records. Sharing rule test account. Nothing but this record is also visible to him. Nothing but this person, this member is also able to access my record here. Now come out here. Now let's verify negative testing. Nothing but manager user. He is not the member of that group. Now I would like to verify whether this member is able to access my record or not. Now click on go. Record is not visible. Nothing but what happened, it is working fine. Nothing but my sharing rule is going to be working fine right now here. So now observe this one here. Now as of now, when coming to the development user has created this record. Now this record will be visible to that all those users right now here. So now for example, I'm changing this record right now here. If I'm changing this record value, customer rating value from hot to some warm. Now in this case, what will happen? Will this sharing rule will get fired or not? Yes, it will get fired. Not only at the time of creating the record, at the time of modifying your record also, automatically the sharing rule will be getting activated here. Now it is verifying that if the record values are matching with these conditions or not. If the records values are matching, then it will be sharing that record, or else it will be removing that sharing process. Now, so now here I'm going to be forcefully, I'm going to be making one condition to be get failed, because to verify the functionality here, nothing but the negative testing. Now I'm making that rating value equals to warm. When you click on save, for the industry banking, rating should be hot always. Okay, let's make this rating as hot. I'm making this ownership value as some private here. One condition I'm making fail. Click on save. Record has been modified. The ownership value is private right now. Nothing but one condition is failing right now here. Let's verify the sharing. Now it is going to be giving that information. Only the development user will be having that access. Nothing but the public group members are not having access. Why? Because is in that sharing rule, one condition has been failed, so that this record cannot be granted the access to those users here. So this is a way when coming to the sharing rule is going to be firing upon creating a new record, and upon modifying an existing record also, automatically sharing rule will get fired. It is verifying those conditions. If the conditions are satisfied, then the user can able to access those records. Otherwise, the access will be getting denied. So now this is a way we can able to share the record by using that manual process or by using the sharing rules also here. In tomorrow's session, we are going to be discussing about the queues concept. What exactly a queue? How can we create the queues? What is the difference between a public group and a queue? How can we share the record on the queue? How the queue members will be able to access that record? How can we make it as manual? How can we make it as automated? We'll see practically in tomorrow's session. So now tomorrow's session, we're discussing about the queues concept, and along with that, we're discussing about few more features also here. Okay. So don't miss that tomorrow's session.
Firoz, the other sharing rules we are not going to discuss, Firoz?
So now depends upon the need, we can create that. Nothing but we on the account object, we have created some sharing rules. On the contact, if on the opportunity, if we need, we can able to create some sharing rules as well.
Not
Like
sharing the own master record and those the either 8 features, Firoz.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Firoz, can you share field functions class? Actually, that day you forget to record, but you said like you have some old
Okay.
sections.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will share that.
yeah. Can you please share that
Yeah,
one?
sure.
Because I need to practice that one. I
Okay,
don't
sure.
have.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Firoz.
Thank you.